Did you hear that? That means we have a package. Let's go, guys. Did you hear that? What was it?
The doorbell.
The doorbell? Let's go see what it was. Great news, guys. It's the doorbell. Let's see what it was. Great news, guys. Today, we're adding a little more to the system.
It's corals.
It's corals. Let's get this box in here before it freezes.
Like the stretch one, the one on the top.
Good morning, guys. I hope you're having a great week. We have some corals. Let's open this up. I've been waiting for them. They've been healing, and they look phenomenal from all the pictures I've seen. Good buddy here that I met on Facebook, Rob, who does some coral frags of a lot of different things, but specifically what I love, zoanthids. So let's get a knife. Let's open this up. I'll show you what we're doing. Let's go. Let's open this up. It's already open, actually. Let's get our bulletproof coffee. Gift from the little boy. Can't argue that, right? You want some? Let's get going. Okay.
Wow.
These little cups.
Why are they in those?
To protect them. I don't know how well you guys can tell this, but basically they took a little condiment cup, put the frag in there. It almost looks like it's glued in there. Put into a bag with water, sealed, put in another bag, which has also been heat sealed, so that's actually really nice, and it's got to be glued because, I mean, that's really cool because now the frag is not going to hit up against this bag, get irritated or pissed off beyond just the movement. So we're going to, oh, I see what he did. The plug goes through the cup, and it's tight enough of a fit that it's going to hold by just friction. So that's cool. So we're going to float these inside, and I'm actually going to turn the light down here in a second. But yeah, that's a really interesting way. I've never seen anyone pack like that. Got a lot of frags here that are going to be going in here, little tiny frags. We're going to let these temperature acclimate to the system, and then we're going to get them ready to go in to the tank. So I'm going to dim these lights down just so there's nothing too intense on them for the day, and let's go on to the next step. All right, guys, so we received corals today. Now what do we want to do with them? I didn't really go over this with the Duncans and didn't even cross my mind, unfortunately, a little dumb, but I also received a second box today with some other goodies, and one of those goodies is this. This is Coral RX Coral Dip. This is a single shot packet. This makes 1 gallon of coral dip. I've got a few of them here that I got just on hand to keep on hand whenever I get corals. You can get these in 1 ounce pros, regular 8 ounce bottles. The 8 ounces are a little bit nicer if you're just doing a coral here or there because you can actually, you know, make up a batch according to how much you need. This is basically, I'm opening it up, pouring it in, making 1 gallon. I could probably try and mimic what you would get out of a bottle, but I don't have a dropper. It's not really worth it for me to try and take that risk to not have the appropriate solution and concentration. So I'll get that mixed up, and then I'll pour a little bit of it in a tub, and then we're going to dip these corals. Now, why do we want to do this? Obviously, we want the best for our corals, and we want the best for our system. The last thing that we want to do is go and take a coral that we got from a friend, whether it be a friend, a fish store that we trust, don't trust, whatever it may be. You always want to dip it so you're not having the possibility of adding pests into your system. Because if you do, say even if you get it from a friend, you never know. He may not have any issues going on with the system, but what if he just happened to start some? Any of those pests that are so easily getting into systems, and then before you know it, they're infesting your tank. So We want to be careful. We want to go above and beyond and make sure that we're dipping our corals. We're quarantining. Yikes. We want to make sure we're dipping our corals. Let's just get into that. I don't want to do big words today. So we're going to make sure that we're dipping them. So we want to make sure that our coral frags or coral colonies or whatever you're getting, corals, are pest free. There's no reason to take the risk. If you've got $500, $100, $2,000 invested in your tank, just like equipment, we don't want to take that risk. So we're going to get this made up. We're going to dip the corals. We'll just show it. There's not much to it. Honestly, you're just mixing this up, making sure it's all mixed together with your water, and then you just dip the coral. The instructions are literally here on the front. Directions: tear open packet and pour into 1 gallon container of salt water. Place coral inside solution. Swish coral for 5 minutes. Remove and rinse coral in clean salt water. Return coral to tank. So that's all there is to it. This is extremely simple to do. It's cheap. And there's no reason we shouldn't be doing it, honestly, unless you happen to forget or it's just you weren't prepared for it. But really, we should always try and be prepared with these. And that's why we have the single shots. These are nice. These are in their own packet. Don't have to worry about anything happening. You just rip it open and away you go. Let's do it. Let's get this open. Let's get some salt water, mix it up, put our corals in it. All right, so I've got my gallon of fresh salt water, a little bit of extra salt water to rinse off afterwards. I'm going to now just simply rip this open. Like I said, it's really straightforward. Carefully rip it open, and then we're going to pour this inside our gallon. Mix this up. It is now mixed, so let's grab the frags, start dipping them, and then we're going to rinse them, and then we're going to throw them in the system. Okay, so I've got 2 Rastas and the Twizzlers, so I'm just going to swish them here in this solution, set for 5 minutes. I'm going to spare you of all this boreness of dipping, but I just want to show you literally all I'm doing is dipping them in here and swishing them around. That way, anything that is in there, if it's up in a little nook and cranny, the shaking and swishing that you do will hopefully knock anything free. Again, it's just a precaution. Never, it's always better to be safe than sorry. So I'm going to swish this around for 5 minutes, dip it and swish it around in our fresh salt water, and then I'm going to put it back in the system. So now let's swish it around in our fresh salt water, I should say. I'm not doing a fresh water dip on these. Get all that solution off. That concentrate off. Now let's put it back in the tank. Clean as a whistle. No pest. I don't think there was going to be any anyways. Love these zoanthids. They're so cool. Let's get them back in the system. Alright guys. Corals are in. These things are gorgeous. They're, for the most part, all of them are completely open already. There's a few over here that have not come out fully. They have opened, but they're not out there. But I fully suspect they will here shortly. All right, guys, that is it. The corals are all in. They're looking gorgeous. I'll show you a few pictures here of the ones I could get in there with my phone and take a picture of. I couldn't take a video because the oversaturation of blue was just going crazy for my phone. It didn't appreciate it. I'll show you some pictures, but that's going to be it. They're dipped. Make sure to go check out that Coral RX, see if it'd be good for you. Like I said, if you're doing corals, even if you want just the single shot, it's well worth the little bit that you're going to spend just to have it on the side, to make sure you have something in case you go to your local fish shop or you get something online and you decide to splurge and get something. Then you have it, you're ready for it, and you're not like, oh crap, I wish I would have had something. Now I don't, so I'll just take the chance and throw it in there. Because lo and behold, you may be the unlucky one. So don't take the risk. It's not worth the little bit that you're going to spend on getting even a single shot. Like I said, there's definitely larger 1 ounce bottles, 8 ounce bottles, but at the very least, get a single shot, add it onto an order. It's cheap, efficient, it'll get you squared away, and it'll protect your system. So that's it for me, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. As always, if you haven't already, make sure to like.
Alright guys, thanks for tuning in. Make sure to smash that like button, press the subscribe button, press the notification button to get notified whenever we post a new video. And peace.